You are safe with the parts of you that aren't fixed, that aren't perfect. You are safe. Everything around you is not a threat. You are safe. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Gogan. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe because it's a good time over here. And also I have a podcast, the Glow Up Secrets podcast. You can find that linked in the description, along with my Instagram and all my other platforms. Today I want to talk about the infamous healing journey. I think that healing is very prevalent right now. It's very trendy. The word in itself is very trendy. I feel like we all know that we're at a point where we need to heal something about ourselves. We are aware that we have gone through certain childhood traumas. We've gotten into relationships where we need to reflect. We need to fix the relationship that we have to ourselves. We're all healing. But a question that I had to ask myself, and what I'm gonna ask you is, why are you always in this healing era, this journey of self-reflecting and journaling and therapy? I realized that I was always in the era of fixing myself and healing myself and looking for the next practice that's going to get me what I wanted, which was a better relationship, more money, more success, something outside of what I've experienced to create the want and need to have to heal. Now, when something happens in our lives, a breakup, job loss, a health issue, something, it usually requires us to reflect and potentially heal. And it's good that we do that. But sometimes I find, and what I've found in myself, is that instead of taking healing in doses, we step into the identity of someone that needs to change completely, heal completely, fix ourselves so much, and we get lost. We create this identity of someone who always needs to be fixed and healed. And I think sometimes when you're getting into the pattern of constantly healing and constantly working on yourself, it's almost as if you start to have this mindset of searching for the thing that's going to heal you. It's like you're on this journey and you're waiting to be healed. And so you continue on this journey and you keep doing more journaling and more therapy and more talking about it and more reflecting and more. And you're searching for this endedness, this completion of healing. And when you're in this identity of this healing era, because you're looking for an endedness, you're looking for the thing that's going to heal you, like you're waiting for that time, you end up getting stuck in this era. You end up getting stuck in this era because the truth is there's no such thing as being healed. There's no endedness. There's no end. And what I find, what I was doing, and a lot of people get to this point when you're in your like healing journey, is you're looking for another answer. You're looking for more guidance, and you feel almost like disappointed and like you're not getting the answers that you need, so you have to go somewhere else or try something new and fix more parts of you and do more shadow work. And you become very jaded. And you're becoming very jaded because you're looking for the thing that is going to end your suffering. And it's such an illusion. It's such an illusion to think that stepping into a healing journey, it's going to fix and create and protect you from any negative circumstance that created the idea of wanting to heal in the first place. And another thing that happens a lot when you're on a healing journey that you don't really realize unless you've done a lot of research and work when it comes to deep healing, like parts work and shadow work and inner child healing and all that kind of stuff, is that when you're constantly on this pursuit of healing, of fixing, what you're actually doing is you're sending signals to parts of you that have needed attention, parts of you that are wounded, parts of you that are you. You're sending signals to your parts as if they aren't good where they're at, that they should be changed, that they need fixing, that they are wrong for feeling negative emotion, feeling a certain way. And it's it actually still blows my mind when I think about it. A healing journey is supposed to help me heal. A healing journey is supposed to uplift me and fix my life and get me on track and do all these amazing things. And on one hand, that is so true. That's what it does. We should all be on this journey at some point in our lives. But there gets to a point where the obsession and the stepping into the identity of somebody who is healing themselves can actually have negative effects on you. And those negative effects are, for one, you're sending signals to yourself, certain parts of you, that it's wrong for feeling this way, that it needs to change constantly, which is obviously not good because you're not in a state of self-accepting and self-love and embracing all parts of you, even the negative ones, even the ones that you're ashamed about, even all your shadows and everything encompassing you. And two, sometimes when we're in this era, we end up staying in it so long that we end up searching for the end. We're searching for the answer that's gonna make us whole again. That's gonna patch up our hearts from our heartbreak. That's going to make us erase all of the childhood traumas that we've been through. And the problem with that is there's no such thing as endedness. There's no end. Now, we don't want to think about that. We don't want to think that there's no end because first of all, then why would I go on this healing journey? And secondly, then if there's no end, then oh my gosh, I'm never going to end my suffering. And that's also not true. The thing is, we come into this healing journey because we want to end our suffering. We're in a lot of pain and we're suffering and we want out. So we journal, shadow work, inner child work, therapy, all of these modalities. But like I said, when we spend too much time in this era, we actually create more suffering by not letting ourselves live life, by identifying as someone that constantly needs to be fixed. And when you're telling yourself that there has to be an end to this suffering, you create more suffering within you because what you will find out when you're on a healing journey is there is no one answer. There is never an end. So without you really realizing it, you're creating more suffering within yourself. It's a mind-blowing thing to think about, like I already said, but this is something that I've learned from my own journey, but I've also just learned by studying. So the next question is then, what do I do? Do I not heal? Do I not stay in this journey? Do I not do these healthy things that are good for me and I know that they're good for me? Do I have to look at life as if there's no end and that I can't ever feel good again? The answer is no. The answer is also no to that as well. And this is how I look at healing now. For one, I look at healing myself as if I'm like an onion. So you have multiple layers of healing that needs to be done in your lifetime. So when you heal one layer of yourself, you peel that layer off and maybe you start living your life, you get into new relationships, people become your mirrors, you see yourself again and you say, oh, okay, there's another layer here that needs to be healed. And then you come back and you heal that and then it's off. And then, okay, going to live my life, something else happens. Oh, there's something new that I haven't seen in myself. Or maybe I have seen that same thing in myself, but I was ignoring it. All right, let me heal. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see if there's any wounds that I can tend to. Another layer off. And the more times you do this healing work, you really become more whole. You become yourself more. You're taking off all of the programming and all of the limiting beliefs and the traumas and everything off of you, but it's happening in layers. You're not just cutting through the onion and taking off one whole side and you're just getting to the core. You don't need to do all of your healing work all at once. And in fact, it's better if you don't. And what I believe truly healing is to heal in layers, heal in phases, heal in chapters, go back, come forward, go back again if you need to, come forward, all throughout your life. It's like when you get into this healing, this chronic self-improving, healing, fixing mentality, it's almost like there's an energy of being impatient. It's an energy of I need to be fixed and this needs to be done so I can move on with my life. But that's not how life works. In fact, you're not even going to be able to know all of the layers that you need to heal all in one go. Because you need to live life, you need to meet new people, you need to have all of these different mirrors around you all throughout your life for you to be able to see all of the layers to be able to heal. And I think this really addresses the idea of looking at trying to find one thing that's gonna make and fix you. Make everything better, fix you. What would life be like and how would it feel if you knew you didn't have to have it all done? And actually, you never need to have it all done. How would that feel if you could just know that, I'm never gonna get the project done. Now, some of us will say that I'm not gonna do the project at all. I'm not gonna do the project at all. It's not worth it. Why is it not worth it though? Why is it not worth to know that you might never be fully healed, but to do it anyways? Don't you deserve that? Isn't there some good out of doing certain healing practices and trying things out in your life, even if that doesn't result into a certain end? Again, it's back to the end state of things. We're trying to end the suffering. We're trying to get somewhere quickly now. We need the answer now. You're rushing through life. You are rushing through life. Why are you rushing? Why are you always healing? And I know why you want to be done, why you're looking for that end state. It's because you want to be out of pain. Because you're scared that if you come to the realization that there's no endedness, there's no doneness, there's no thing that's actually going to fix you completely, that means that you believe that you will get worse, that you will feel all of the pain all of the time. But what you're really doing is you're running away from yourself. And that's not healing. True healing starts when you embrace all parts of you, when you embrace the negative, when you embrace knowing that you're not feeling okay today, when you stop running away from yourself, when you stop trying to fix every part of you and to have this definitive timeline and doneness about everything in your life. True healing is embracing and welcoming and bringing closer, bringing everything closer to you. Healing is not, I see something I don't like about me, or this negative circumstance is happening in my life, and I don't want this because it creates pain. And so what I'm gonna do is push this aside, say that it's bad, and it needs to be fixed, and I'm gonna go look for what's gonna fix this, and I'm gonna stay on this journey until this thing goes away. Now, there's gonna be times where going out and looking for modalities are gonna help you feel less of this pain. But again, staying too much in this era of feeling like you need to reject this part of you, it's actually doing the opposite. You're actually creating a lot of resistance, a lot of separation in between you, and that's not a state of harmony. That's not a state of healing. That's not a state of love. That's a state of hate, of self-hate, of separation. And so if you find that you've been on a self-improvement journey or a healing journey or whatever journey you want to say that you're on, and you've been on it for a long time, and you also maybe feel a little bit jaded and you're always looking for the next book and the next YouTube video and the next this, and maybe it's here. It's time to realize that you're probably just running away from yourself. It's time to realize that you don't need to have it all done, that you don't need to be healed, that you don't need to have it all right now. All right now. And ask yourself and just sink into the feeling of what it would feel like if you just let go for a moment. Let go of trying to fix yourself. Let go of sending the signals to all your inner parts and your inner childs that you're really trying to fix and change. If you could just send a signal to them and say, it's okay that you're like this today. It's literally okay. I'm not even gonna try and change you. You don't always have to be changed. I can actually embrace the fact that you are like this right now. And for me, being in that state actually feels like a self-loving state, a self-accepting state. And when I'm in love and when I'm in self-acceptance, I'm able to live. I'm able to show up. I'm able to create. I'm able to connect with people. And is that not what we're trying to do? Is that not what we're trying to do when we go on a healing journey? Because we've experienced the opposite. We've experienced self-hate. We've experienced disconnection. We've experienced depression. And what we want the opposite, which is the love, which is the connection, which is the creativity. Well, how did I just get that feeling? I got the feeling of love and creativity and connection from embracing the parts of me that I've been trying to change and fix. So I think it's so important when you are on this journey, and everyone's gonna be on a journey at some point, especially if you're watching this video and you're really into self-improvement, that you remind yourself that it's okay to not be okay. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to have it all done. You can heal in layers. And when I mean layers, I mean throughout the years of your life. You don't need to have it all figured out. You, again, are not even going to know half the things you need to heal until you meet people around your life. And that's going to be through years and through relationships and through everyone being a mirror to you. And to remind yourself that you are worthy of living life. That you can decide to not watch another video or read another book or send another signal to your inner self that it needs to be changed. Until you change, then you can live the life that you want. Then you'll have the relationship that you want. Then you'll have the dream life. That's not how life works. And I understand why. You just want to feel better. You want to feel better. You want to work on yourself. You want to heal your wounds. And that's amazing too. I advocate so much for so much mental health stuff on my channel that I will never stop talking about this stuff. Of course it's amazing and beautiful, but you have to be very, very aware of the signals that you're sending yourself, the thoughts that you're thinking, and the beliefs that you hold. And everyone's going to be very individual. So you have to check in with yourself. And ask yourself, am I doing a little bit too much? Have I been spending a little bit too much being an introvert and trying to heal and trying to fix? Is there something in my life that I could be doing other than just trying to fix? Can I be going out and actually living my life and going on dates or, connecting with friends or not always connecting and just being so like in the victim mentality or just like having to heal? This is something that you are going to have to self-reflect on. And this is something that I constantly have to check myself with. And I'll tell you this, it's changed the game for me, and I feel so whole and so self-loving than I've ever felt. And I do way less healing work than I used to do because of this state of mind. Do I still go to therapy? Do I still journal? Do I still do all these things? Yes, but it's in doses. It's in doses, and I'm very, very careful and aware of when I'm sending the signals to myself that it needs to be done, I need to change, it needs to be over. You are safe with the parts of you that aren't fixed, that aren't perfect. You are safe. Everything around you is not a threat. You are safe. Remind yourself of that. And if you're really struggling with being okay with not being okay and embracing negative emotions, and I want you to check out the video that is on the screen right now. I think that will really help you if you are struggling with this. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a hard concept. It's a weird concept, but I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.